Hello, my name is Brittany Schwartz, and for the last 2 years, I have worked as an academic success coach for the BEPCO Learning Center at IUPUI. Being an academic success coach has given me the opportunity to help students set goals for themselves, learn how to overcome obstacles that they may face, and helping them become better students overall. I have learned to become a better leader throughout this experience, and the skills that I have learned, I plan to take with me through all of my future endeavors. While I did experience many successes and growths as an academic success coach, there were also a lot of challenges that I faced throughout this experience. Throughout this video, I will discuss why I decided to become an academic success coach, the fears and obstacles that I faced, what I learned about myself, and the skills that I have gained and enhanced throughout this experience. The main reason that I wanted to become an academic success coach was because I wanted to help people. I had an academic success coach my first semester of college, and I really appreciated the role that he played on campus. I also saw it as a challenge for myself because I was not the most confident in more one-on-one meetings and talking about important topics with students. I was much more confident talking in front of a group than individually with a person, especially one that I did not know. Wanting to become a physical therapist in the future, I knew that I was going to have to grow more comfortable talking with patients in a more one-on-one situation and making them feel comfortable so that they could talk and express what they were feeling. This situation is very similar to academic success coach setting, where I need to be able to make the student feel comfortable and to be able to talk to me and express what they are feeling and going through. Coming into the role of an academic success coach is intimidating. There's a lot of training and a lot of expectations that are set for you. I also set a lot of expectations on myself because I wanted all of my students to be successful and accomplish all of their goals. As my first semester as a coach went on, my meetings with my students were going pretty well, and most of my students were accomplishing their goals, all except for one of them. This star student was not very talkative during our meetings, and he kept saying that everything was going fine. The end of the semester came around, and he was scrambling to get his grades up because he was not going to get the GPA that he needed in order to get out of the STAR probation program. This is a fear of mine because I wanted all of my students to accomplish their goals, and it was not going to happen, and I thought that I had failed the student and myself. I slowly came to learn that the student has to meet me halfway and that they have to put in the work to accomplish their goals while I just guide them and help them as much as I can. Throughout the last 2 years as an academic success coach, I have learned a lot about myself as a mentor and a leader. After my first semester, I became a lot more comfortable with the one-on-one setting, but I realized that I spent majority of the time talking and giving advice instead of letting the student talk and me just listening. I learned that I needed to set goals and not just my students so that I can grow and become a better coach and have more of a growth mindset about everything. I have gained and enhanced a lot of skills during my time as an academic success coach. The main skill that I worked on and enhanced the most was my active listening skills. I really learned how to embrace the awkward silence and let the student do the talking instead of me doing the talking. I really started to let the student drive the bus, and I am just here to guide them along instead of me driving the bus. This is a skill that I found really beneficial and will be beneficial for my future career. Throughout this mentoring experience, my main goal was to help students succeed in the goals that they set for themselves. Most of the time, the goals would be academics-based, which makes sense because the majority of the population that I worked with was an academic success coach, or students that were part of the Students Taking Academic Responsibility program. This population of students must reach a certain GPA by the end of the semester in order to be removed from the program. This meant that many of the one-on-one meetings that I had with students was based around academic success. The article that was covered in class that related to me and my coaching experience the most was Mentoring and Academic Success, a Literature Review by Marianne Jacoby. This article talked about the definition of mentoring and the effect that mentoring has on a success coach. One thing that I liked about this article is that it listed many different definitions of mentoring, and it did not keep it confined to a small box. Mentoring is a very diverse concept and has many different roles, functions, meanings, and other things depending on the situation. The other thing that I really liked about this article is that even though there is not much evidence to numerically show the effect that mentoring or coaching has on academic success, they still express the relevance and importance that it plays on college campuses. It also highlighted that mentoring is very diverse and that it can adapt to all students in one way or another. This is something that is very prevalent on IUPUI's campuses with the many mentoring roles that are available. The most important thing that I took away from this article is that while the hardcore research is not present, mentoring is still very important for academic success and for all and any students that I come in contact with.